I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. Welcome to Grandpa's World.
All right. Hello, everyone. Grandpa the Nerd here. Welcome back to Grandpa's World. I'm alone at the moment. Mixed communication, messed up communication, lack of communication. I don't know how you want to think of it, but I'm waiting for Michael J. So in the meantime, it's just me for the moment. So this ought to be interesting. But no one's watching at the moment, so it's no big deal. But for those who tune in later, watch it on YouTube or any of the other sites that I have, that I have that I'm a part of, or that I have I don't own YouTube, but I got a page there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm rambling. So, if you're watching this later on the reruns, it's because, or I'm here by myself because I posted late. I had a busy day. I had a doctor's appointment. The wife had a doctor's appointment. It's been a busy day. And I waited to the last minute. It just hit me. Oh, I didn't promote the show for tonight. I did last night, but I didn't promote it on any of my pages. So I'm assuming not a lot of people are going to tune in right away. Maybe they'll tune in 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock. I don't know when. But so that's why I was a little late. Michael J thought we were starting at 7. And in his defense, I did say at one point I was thinking of starting at 7 instead of 6, but I wasn't sure yet. So I don't know if I clarified that with him. But then all the issues happened, and I forgot that I said that. So here I am, starting an hour before he thought we were, and now I'm waiting for him to get his camera and everything set up. But as we all know, he don't have working legs. Well, I mean, they work, but they're like, Anyway, so I don't know how long it's going to take him. But I told him I'd start without him and just wait for him to come, which is probably dumb, being here all by myself. But I'm used to being by myself, so it is what it is. Let me mute my phone so I don't get any loud notifications later on and get interrupted. But hey, if I didn't screw up, I wouldn't be me. So as soon as Michael J gets here, the show will start. But until then, it's raining here. Did you know it's raining here? You're probably like, well, I don't know what the fuck you are. So what do I care if it's raining? You don't care that it's raining. But I'm killing time till he gets here. So I'm just letting you know it's raining. And it's not that cold today. For those who are wondering, this is Wisconsin. It should be a lot colder than it is. It was in the 40s today. 40s in January? Unheard of, my friend. Unheard of. Right about now, it is 48 degrees. So it's getting ready to stop raining. But we're going to get snow Saturday morning. Don't know how much accumulation, but they're saying 41% chance of 1 to 3 inches, which is fine. That snowblower won't hurt my back so bad. So bring it on. 1 to 3, that's fine. Starting at 5 a.m. and ending at noon on Sunday. So there's the weather report from Wisconsin. Like, you don't fucking care, but I got a co-host. And I wanted to start, so I started. So here we are, me acting like a fool, waiting for Michael J. I didn't think it would take him this long, because according to my text, I told him we were going to start. In his defense, I should say, I didn't tell him until like 5:55, but I thought for sure he would have hobbled over and got on by now. So here I sit, 5 minutes, talking about weather that no one cares about. And that's it so far. So here we wait. And I don't know what's taking them so long. But in the meantime, anybody watching Stranger Things? Probably not. Or probably. A lot of people do. I haven't watched it yet. We started watching it, me and the wife, but we got to season 3, I think it was. I think it was season 3. The one where they try to do that spinoff where she found all the other kids and they were like in the city and she went and left the other kids and was on her own. Now it's supposed to be some backdoor pilot, or at least that's the word that Hollywood uses, backdoor pilots. That's when we stopped watching. So I don't know what season that was, but I don't know. Maybe we'll go back and watch it. It's hard to watch stuff when you're busy. And so we'll see how it goes. But I don't know how long it takes to put a phone in a tripod. But obviously it takes a long time because he still ain't here. And it's very weird. But it is what it is. Either you guys will hang or you'll split. And I don't blame you if you split. So I'd be like, I get it. Fat guy with a beard sitting there by himself talking about stupid shit because he's got no co-host who said, So anyway, there's that. What else? I don't talk about anything. I don't want to talk about anything like newsworthy for the, like what's going on in the world. Because I don't care. I don't care. There's too much going on, if you ask me. But that's just me. But I did learn something today or yesterday. I did learn something yesterday that I should have known but didn't know, but now I know. I have a capture card down here from El Gato. And last night, I hooked my PS3 into it because I wanted to see how, I wanted to stream. I have SmackDown versus Raw 2008 over there, featuring ECW. Only WWE game with Sabu. And I wanted to stream it. And I hooked it up. And the Elgato said that there was a PlayStation hooked up to it, but that was it. So I'm like, what the hell? It doesn't work. Hooked it into the TV back here, and on one of the HDMIs, it didn't work. But when I put it in the ARC, it worked fine. So I didn't know. I don't know what's going on. So I tried to get an emulator. Couldn't get that thing running. Too complicated for this old man. So anyway, I messaged my son today, who's better at this stuff than me. And he said that the HDCP, I think is it. Basically, it's what blocks you from being able to stream anything other than streaming videos. Because back in the day, you can still do it in the PS5, but the PS3, it was a Blu-ray player. It had streaming you could stream Netflix and Amazon and all that stuff. Well, they didn't want people streaming it. So the HDCP is locked permanently on a PS3. So he says I have to get a splitter for that. So I don't know if I'm going to jump through all the hoops to do all that just to stream some old PS3 games. I might. I don't know. But I do know that he said on the PS4 you could turn it off. And on the Xbox, I think he says it won't kick on unless it's a video. Now, I don't plan on streaming videos because that would just be bad. I mean, I'm already a pirate. I don't have a problem with people pirating. So, but I would never publicly do it. Like, people probably know I would pirate stuff, but I would never go onto YouTube and show a free movie. I'd never do that. That's not cool. So, I would never use that. I would never want to stream a movie from my PlayStation or Xbox anyway. But it's just, I didn't know. I thought maybe I screwed up. Thought maybe I broke my damn Elgato or something. Because when I used my mini systems because I wanted to play my mini games the other day. And I don't want to break out the whole TV and fuck around with the cords. So I hooked my minis up to the Elgato just to play them on my PC. I didn't stream or anything, and I just hooked them up to my PC, and it worked fine. So I thought, well, did I drop? Did I screw something up? I got my HDMI cord hanging off the side here. I'm like, well, is it jam? Did I break a pin? I mean, I was freaking out. I should have thought about that HDCP crap, but I'm old. I'm not a youngster who's hip on the technology. So I just thought I pushed the wrong button. So, eh. So I guess I keep waiting on Michael J, which, kind of weird doing it by myself. I don't know what's taking him so long. I don't know. We could look at stuff. Here, let me go to oh, okay. I bought a record player yesterday. I can probably show you guys that record player. Let me see if it's safe to do so. Don't want no information of mine, important information getting out there. So let me look. If I can do this in a cool way. Let's see. You know what? I will save the photograph and just show you the image. That's what I'll do. That makes more sense. Makes it safer. Okay, he's getting ready to show up. So anyway, overlay. There we go. So anyway, upload new. Yeah, I know this sucks. I'm sorry. So I ordered this yesterday, and I'm kind of excited. I have a whole huge collection of records in the next room that my father-in-law left my wife when he passed. And there's a lot of classic stuff from the 60s, 70s, and I'd like to hear it like the original way back in the day. It's all cool to go on Spotify and listen to it, digitally, and it's all nice and clear, but I want to hear the needle scratching. You know what I mean? So I picked this thing up yesterday and picked it up at Walmart. It's not going to be here till Thursday, but I picked this thing up, and it's got speakers on the side, but I'm not going to use those. Those speakers on the side aren't for me. I'm going to use the Bluetooth capability, but I might listen to it on those speakers, see how they sound. But most of his albums over in the next room are mono anyway, so I won't be able to hear him anyway. But it's got the turntable, it's got the cassette player, and it's got the DVD player. And you can record this stuff onto USB. So I can I can record cassettes, LPs, but I just thought I'd pick this up because Murray's got me all wanting to listen to records, and now I can borrow some records from him. So yeah, I bought that yesterday, picked it up at Walmart. It'll be here, I think the 14th is when it's going to be here. So that's the next Wednesday. So you never know. Walmart may ship it early and I may get it next week, but I'm finally going to be able to listen to records like I used to back in the day. I would rather have gotten the record player that I had when I was a kid. It was a Sesame Street. You could take the entire lid off of it, and it had a speaker built in. That was a nice record player. Of course, I'm not going to pay collector fees like they'd like to, so I said, screw it. I'll buy one of these modern ones. It's better than nothing, but I'll get use out of it. So, well, here he is. He's finally here.
Mm-hmm.
And because we our communication is not. I explained at the top of the show that I
Yeah.
had mentioned I wanted to start at 7, but I never fully said, let's start at 7. I said, I want to, but I never said I.
Right.
So, and then I
But
said
when
last
I set
on
this up,
air,
you said,
yeah,
did you? Yeah, you did say. You did say 6. But I wasn't like, it's already just cemented in my head. Like, that's why when I set the broadcast up back when we were going to do it before all of the, unfortunate events happened, I had it set for 7 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock my time. So when I went back to,
okay.
fix it today, it was still set for that. So I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, okay, that's right, 8 o'clock. So I can cook and eat at 5 and watch like High Potential and stuff like that. And then, you
Okay.
know, we'll be good to go.
I had forgotten that I said that. So, until today, then I'm like, oh yeah, I did mention that. And then my brain started trying to find all the pieces, but I do remember saying last night 6. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess
you
probably,
probably did, but I didn't hear it.
but we will officially now. I guess we can officially make it. We'll officially make it 7 o'clock. So next time, I won't say next week because with health issues, we'll get into that in a second. So going
Mm.
forward, we'll start at 7. That way, there's no more. It's on tape. It's going to be on the internet, so you can always go back and be like, "Nah, nah,
Yes.
see what you said." So starting
Mm.
next episode, 7 o'clock for sure. 7 o'clock for sure. So
I'll pull this clip and yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
because it's been a while.
So yeah,
It's been a month.
yes, it
A month.
has.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
has for all of the shows. Well, for Rabbit and Red too. Yeah.
yeah. It's like I don't know why you didn't do anything. Uh, or why
Well, what the hell?
Jasmine.
Why didn't I do anything? Oh, well, Jasmine had episodes, but I'm having issues on the editing end.
Oh,
The app that I got to use on my phone has decided to like, it works, but it keeps saying that I'm low on space or low on memory and I can't. And I'm like, so I just found another program. So I'm trying to teach myself how to use that. But I did tell Jasmine, I said, I'm like, we might have to consider doing your shows live or just making an intro and you play that, but just realize that whatever goes out, goes out. I'm not cutting anything, you
why
know?
do you edit
So,
her? Why do you edit her show on your phone when you got a laptop? You have 2 laptops.
well, because, because it was easier on my phone. The, the, the laptop one is burning laptop. I don't do any show stuff on that one.
Oh,
Actually, no, that's laptop two. I'm on laptop one right now, but I am gonna start editing her show on my laptop probably. So hopefully I can get that together for this week. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do, but
okay.
we'll see.
So, I mean, I know you got your waters aren't so smooth. You're on rough seas too. Um, so I know you've been busy. For me,
In 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 some ways.
right? For me though, unfortunately, it started with an Alzheimer's episode, and I don't mean a TV episode.
Mm.
I think it was a 3-4 day stretch. To this day, I still don't know what happened those 3 or 4 days. It was really bad, and so that started it. And then right after I started feeling better, brain wise, I got pneumonia. And then it snowed a shit ton. So I'm out there plowing and shoveling stuff with pneumonia.
Ugh.
I was sick. And even Murr was like, I feel bad you're out there doing this with pneumonia. I'm like, well, I mean, I got to do it. So,
Yeah.
if I don't do it, the
I
city will find
oh,
me and I can't afford to pay anybody. So well, I mean, I could afford to pay somebody, but I got a, $900 snowblower. I'm not going to just let sit in the garage. So I said, I'll fucking do it. So it probably didn't help. So that took about a week and a half to get better from. And then the wife goes and has a heart attack. Like,
That had to scare the fuck out of that had to when you texted me about that, I was like, "Whoa." And because I had thought that she was younger than me even, I was like, "Wow."
she's gonna be
I
49
just
in February.
Oh, okay, so she is older than me by a few years.
Yeah.
Wow, but still, I mean, that's dude, you had to be scared shitless because
Oh
that
yeah.
really I
Oh yeah.
mean, for her to come back from that, especially from what you were describing, holy shit.
Seeing this how I'm gonna be she's getting ready to turn 49, and then in
Mhm.
November I'll turn 55. So I've got like 5 years and like a couple of months older than her. And
Right.
yeah, it was bad because even the doctor said she's lucky because these are the ones that kill you. So
Mhm.
she had gone. She's a stubborn lady, so she thought she just had pneumonia. She wasn't feeling good for days, and she thought she had pneumonia.
Right.
So she went to urgent care, and both her and my daughter had pneumonia too. So my wife had pneumonia. They both had it, but the doctor said your blood work is showing that there's something going on with your heart. My wife didn't believe him. She says, and left. They said, well, we don't want you to leave. She goes, well, I don't want to stay. So she left AMA. She comes home
Oh, that
because she's got to go to work. So she comes home and gets in the
right.
shower. And then we hear me and my daughter are talking, which is you play all this back in your head. Me and my daughter were talking in the
Mhm.
living, and we hear, help me. And me and my daughter, we stop for a second. We look at each other, like focusing because I was looking at the TV and talking to her, but I focused at her. And we
Mhm.
both like, did we hear something? We thought maybe it was Kurtwood's tablet because my grandson has his tablet on like 24/7. When he's not at school and he's here at the house, he's got his tablet on.
Mhm.
So I thought maybe, just maybe, it was his tablet. So we hear it again.
Mhm.
Help me. We're like, what? So I get up out of my chair and start to walk towards the bathroom, and my daughter is already starting to walk there. She opens the door. As soon as she opens the bathroom door, my wife says it again. We open the shower curtain, and she's laying in the bottom of the tub.
Oh my
She
god.
is white as a sheet. She goes, I'm having a heart attack. So remember, she left AMA at the hospital, the urgent care. She didn't tell me they told her there was something wrong with her heart. So I'd have been mad at her. So she was keeping it from me. So she knew she was having a heart attack.
Oh.
So,
Mhm.
and she says it was the worst pain she's ever felt. So I look at her and I see this woman who's strong and always goes to work and she's a badass, all that stuff. And she's all pathetic looking, laying in the bottom of the tub. So I open my other daughter's door because my middle child lives with us, with our grandkids, with her
Mm.
grandkids, or with my grandkids, her kids. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I'm like,
Mhm.
"Wake up, your mom's having a heart attack." I don't have the strength in the back and in my legs to help get her out of the tub.
Right.
So I'm like, "Get up, your mom's having a heart attack," while I'm dialing 911. I've never seen because she works third shift, so I've never seen her
Right.
jump out of bed so fast. So they picked her up, called the 911. They took her to the hospital. They had to go in through her groin and send some kind of thing
Mm.
all the way up to her heart to clear the blockage. Then they stuck a stent up in there. So she was in the
Mhm.
hospital for about 5 days, and then she came home, and her pneumonia turned into pneumonia and bronchitis, and it got worse.
Oh. Oh.
So she was home for Christmas, but then went right back to the hospital for another 4 days. So she was in the hospital for for like, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And she still can't breathe. She's breathing better now, but she had lung tests done today. But she had a proper suite. We've been having to sleep with the bed propped up because every time she lays flat, she coughs and coughs and coughs and coughs and coughs. She can't breathe. She spent 2 days sleeping in a chair, and I'm like, "Nah, I can't sleep when you're not in the room," because A, she's not in the bed next to me, so I don't sleep, and for 2, I'm nervous she's gonna stop fucking breathing, so I'm getting up every 20 minutes and going in the living room and check, so no, you gotta sleep in the room. Now, I can't sleep with the bed up, but I don't need her in the other room, so I haven't got much sleep lately. But her breathing is still kinda bad, and I think it's either it's a COPD of some kind, but I'm thinking it's emphysema, but we don't know. She had lung tests today. We should know probably, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday what's wrong with her. Because when she was in the ER or in the hospital, they pumped her full of steroids and antibiotics, and she was breathing a little bit better. But then once she stopped taking the steroids, I guess they wore off and her lungs weakened again. So I don't know what they're going to do or what, so I've been on edge and nervous, but she's doing better. She's breathing better a little bit. At least she's sleeping at night. She's not having the coughing fits that she was. But she had there for a while. Her oxygen was like 85, 84. It was low. It was low. So one of her coworkers bought her one of those things for her finger so she can check her oxygen. But
a pulse ox thing. Yep.
Yeah. But she's been doing good. She's been in the upper 90s, lower 80s sometimes. If she gets in a real bad coughing spell, she'll drop down to like 87. But the doctors at the hospital said if it sits even at 85, she's okay. But if it goes below 85, they should think about bringing her in. So what I'm assuming, but I'm not a doctor. If I was a doctor, I wouldn't be doing this show with you because I'd be rich. But I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure she's got some form of COPD. I got a feeling they're going to give her a breath thing. She might actually have to have oxygen for when she starts to have coughing attacks, that she can just, I don't think she's going to have to walk around 24/7 with an oxygen tank. But if she starts having a coughing, because from what I understand, when you cough, it's basically when you cough, it's your lungs. If you don't have an infection or you're not sick, but you're coughing a lot, it's your lungs trying to breathe. So I guess if you have some form of COPD, you cough a lot. So she may need to just occasionally have oxygen. I don't know. But I just, she doesn't smoke anymore. She quit a while back, but she smoked for like 30 freaking years or some shit. So her lungs are bound to be in shape. So I'm pretty sure, she's gonna, I think she'll be okay. She's gonna be better. I don't know. But it's been rough on me. But that's why I haven't been on, because my wife almost died. I figured it was important that I take care of her. And because I wasn't going to do anything really the week of Christmas anyway, but I was going to do something the week of New Year's, because Christmas is, I was going to do a New Year's Eve show and all this, so I was going to keep doing stuff. I just wasn't going to do anything on Christmas, the week of Christmas. So it turned from not doing anything in the week of Christmas for basically not doing anything for almost a month. And I miss doing it. Like I was telling. Like I was telling, I talked to the gentleman who just popped up there just a second ago, David. I told him on the phone, he had called me the other day, and I told him, I said, I would do this if no one was watching, because I like doing it. You know what I mean? So I missed doing it. I missed being on, doing the show, doing my music, talking to you. I missed all that shit. But, I had to take care of business.
Yes. Well, I will say that, just so you know, all cast of Resurrecting the Slaughter is getting paid something. It's in the budget.
So I'll get paid and I'll get travel expenses,
Well,
or is my pay
your
cut?
travel expenses would see, I don't know how that works because oh, shit, I didn't you know what? Okay, so I have to alright, because we have an actual producer in our midst now.
Okay.
Um, I think I mentioned this guy to you,
Yeah, you said
because I
this.
have joined all these yeah, I joined all these film groups on Facebook, and this guy had, said, he posted in one of them and he said, that he was a former child star and he like, is there any acting, production work or anything like that? So I was like, well, I kind of need like a schedule and a budget and like different, types of just because I don't know what I'm doing on producing and I know none of that shit.
Right.
So he was like, well, okay. He's like, we'll work it out. So I've been going back with him like the last couple of days, and then I don't know if I mentioned this because this was after I don't know if I mentioned this to you today or not, but like today he says to me, he's like, okay, he's like, so for the budget, like for me to draw up the budget for the production, he's like, I would need like 200, for that. But like anything else, like as producer, he's like, I'll get this thing produced from like script to screen and just pay me for the budget. And then, my fee will get worked in, to the budget, just like the 200, the 200 that I paid for the budget got worked into the budget. So, it'll still get back to me somehow. So, um, but it's just so I don't know. Like he's just like he asked like what I would want for like what the writer would want. So I asked Rhodes what he wants his fee to be as writer and co-director. He hasn't gotten back to me yet, but I already said I'm not taking a fee for that. So if that fucker takes a fee, I'm not gonna be happy.
See, I would have done it. I would have done the
we
acting part because I'm not an actor, so I would have done the acting shit for free. I just need a place to stay, a little bit of food in my stomach,
right.
and and
Well,
gas. And
your dude, your food would be covered because is under food is under the you know, the production anyway. So that's all in the budget.
and I don't know. You spend all your time there in your little town. You don't travel much, but the last time I checked, for me to drive from here to there, that turnpike's got a lot
Yeah.
of tolls. So, I got
Right.
to pay the gas and the tolls. So that's why I said I would do it for free. But if I could get all that and get paid,
Mm.
I'd be fine. But I'm not an actor.
I
You know what I
mean
mean? It's
I
like
mean dude, I
someone
mean
would say, "How
no.
much you want to get
Here's what
paid?"
you do. No, 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 no. You are an actor. You are an actor. Be like Robert Rodriguez. And if you want to be an actor, call yourself an actor and you'll be an actor. But
Well,
don't deny yourself or think negatively about it. Just like I'm calling myself
negatively.
just like I'm calling myself a filmmaker because I'm a fucking filmmaker and that's what I
Yeah,
am
but
now.
you've made films. I got them. I bought them on DVD. You've made films, so you technically are. Yeah, it was on VHS, but you are. I'm not an actor.
Well, now we're willing it and it will be so. And I mean, what the hell was that? The thing that you sent, of your practicing of the character was really spot on. I love that. And like I said, Rhodes loved it too, and you know he did because I showed
But it
you.
was funny how you said Rhodes said he liked it, but that's not what he envisioned. And it's like, that's the whole problem. He never, he lives in his own little world over there and he
Right.
doesn't talk to really anybody. And so I was like, I was like, oh, I'm just going to wing it then. So I'm glad he liked it, but I have no clue what he envisioned, you know?
Well,
I just,
no, and neither do I, because like he's just like, and then that's the whole thing that we were like when we were saying, like that's why he wants to co-direct in a sense with me because the thing is, he knows the characters, he wrote the script, so he knows.
see that,
Like, you know what I mean? He has like a set on how things look or how they're
yeah,
supposed to be.
I've watched a lot of horror movies. I've watched a lot of movies in general. And if I'm playing a crazy father, not father like, that's my
Yes.
dad. I'm playing a religious nut. Now I don't know if I'm
Right.
really a father or if I just call myself that, but I'm a religious nut. And that's
Yeah.
why I went with the weird southern accent because that's where my brain went. When I think of wackadoo religious people, I think of southern people. Why? Because I grew up in Georgia. I just have that. That's where my brain went. And then I thought, well, if he's crazy and kills people and does all this other stuff, why not change your voice? Go from this go from this tone to this tone to be like multiple
Mhm.
personalities going on. So I figured, I'll throw that in there too. I wasn't going to throw in
Mhm.
like a British accent or anything stupid, but just, you know, have that real, Southern accent and then go to a more mild Southern accent and then maybe drop the accent and have a weird, like, and then, but I figured if I'm going to play a crazy person, I might as well go all out and just be fucking crazy.
Mm. No, and you know, you kind of gave me um vibes of Kane from Poltergeist 2 and 3, well more so 2. Um
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that preacher from Poltergeist 2.
You're all
You kind
gonna
of like I
die in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Like I like that. I thought that that was good. And I'm just dude, see the thing about this is, and I mean anybody that's seen any of the other ones will tell you it's like they're one thing. This this fucking thing is an entirely different animal.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna get a
And
big head from I'm gonna
you know,
get a
talking
head
to Rhodes, I told him mm,
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say you know, this just it's a much different film. Like it just it's different. It's like I said to Rhodes the other day, I said, dude, there's no way we could make this film for $20,000. And he said, I know. And I said, well, then why did you try to get me to do it for $20,000? He said, you know, he's like, look, that Robert Rodriguez thing I sent you, because he sent me this Robert Rodriguez on a podcast, and he was talking about like making films and things like that and how you get into it. So Rhodes says to me, he's like, that wasn't supposed to make you second guess everything and try to like scale everything back. That was supposed to be just like a little inspiration. And I said, I don't need fucking inspiration, asshole. I'm inspired. You made me second guess my whole fucking thing. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, see, here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of getting a big head and really enjoying this and then trying to convince Rhodes
Hmm.
to do a spin-off and do like a movie about just me.
Dude, he's got, well, see, this is the thing. Like, he's got, okay, so there's now, you know, in like 2011, I was gonna do like that's when I originally started doing like the remake of the whole fucking thing. And that's what we were focusing on. But instead, you know, we shifted to fucking this legacy sequel. That's what this is, for lack of, well, that's what we're calling it, legacy sequel. But there's an entire remake written that he intends on wanting to do. I'm sure that if actually, and he's working on something that's like a sequel. There's a script that's written that's kind of, oh, or it's not written. He's writing it now, but he's tweaking it to change because of the way that this script has changed somewhat over the last year. But it's possible. It's definitely possible.
I mean, if my character dies, I could see me not being in the sequel. If my character lives, I would hope I would be in the sequel. As I don't want to give away anything. That's why I'm saying if I die, I die. I can come back and be a different character. But if my character lives, then I should definitely be in the sequel. So, but I don't know, man. Rhodes is
Uh,
Rhodes is a delicate.
I'll
It's a
push for you. I'm pushing for you.
he's a delicate person. You
Yeah.
can't. He's hard to get a hold of. He'll message me out of the blue.
Well, that's a given.
He'll
Mhm.
message me out of the blue, and then I will fucking answer him, but he won't answer me back for like
Mhm.
days. Like, well, if you didn't want to talk to me,
Right.
why'd you message me in the first place? So
Well, see,
yeah, I know he lives out in the middle of nowhere, and he's a loon. So I get it. I get it.
well, and his work schedule is the only reason that I even get a chance to text with him like I do is because fucking I'm usually awake like during the time that he's working. So there's like, um,
Yeah,
plus we have to go back and forth to like, figure this shit out.
yeah. I've woken up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and he texted me at like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm asleep, dude. But yeah, yeah, because he works third shift. They both do, I think. I think they're both night owls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I thought she worked second and he was working third just to like get away from her, but yeah, I don't think that that's the case. I think that they're. Oh, I wonder if we'll get to meet the wife while we're
well, aren't we
there.
filming it? Aren't we filming it in his neck of the woods, not yours, right?
No, we're not near. We're 5 hours from where I am. It's
Okay.
yeah, it's like 5 or 6 hours from where I am.
Yeah,
So
you don't want
yeah,
me
it's
anywhere
his
near.
neck of the woods.
Yeah, you don't want me anywhere near where you live. But you know why? I
Well,
won't
I,
say anything, but yeah, you
well,
know,
I would want you there. Other people may not, but I'll take it.
little hate
Oh,
crime.
speaking of, did I tell you that I was talking to the bankruptcy lawyer before, like probably like 2 hours before this started, and he said that he's asking for 90 days, and he said the judge is on board with it, and the estate attorney's on board with it, but he says he knows who won't be on board with it.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I don't know. I hope you get your 90 days because you know I just hope you get the 90 days because I mean I don't want to speak too much on it because I'll get irate. You know
Mhm.
I'll get all pissed off over here. But yeah, I hope you get the at least the 90 days because like you said,
Well,
if he thinks you should fight this thing and stuff, he needs time to work on it. So
he says what I should do is like he's like just like ask for like an accounting of things and different stuff like that because and he said that I'll have my day in court over the estate, but the the it's separate from this other thing. So
right. So hopefully,
yeah,
when is your date? When's your Zoom hearing?
uh, Tuesday.
Okay,
I think it's like Tuesday at 2.
the 13th.
I
Okay.
think. Yeah, it is the 13th. So we'll be on Rabbit and Red that night.
because I just picture you, doing the hobo thing. But you wouldn't need a stick to put your little bag on the
Mhm.
end because you have your own
Nope.
sticks. You could just
Right.
with one stick and put the bag over, because that was when I
And
was growing up. That's what I thought. When you
mm,
ran away from home, you needed a stick and a handkerchief to put all your stuff in and tie it to the end of your stick. Because
mhm.
every cartoon, Bugs
Mhm.
Bunny, they all, Heckle and Jekyll, they all when they moved away, they took everything was on the stick. So
Mhm.
just
I
picture
love
you
that.
hobbling around. So I
I
want to show
concur.
you a couple of things. I bought this today. Well, I bought it yesterday, but it arrived today.
Okay.
Father Dowling Mystery.
Oh, is that the whole series?
Yes. Yes.
Yo, how
It
many
was only
seasons
on
are there of
it
that?
was only 3. It was only 3. It was it was only 43 episodes. Um I do believe it started on ABC. No, it started on NBC and then they
Mhm.
canceled it after 1 and then I think ABC picked it up afterwards. But Paramount owns the
Right.
show, so it's on Paramount. But yeah, it got canned right away, but it got picked up later. But I'm a huge
Mhm.
fan of this show. Um, Obviously, I like Tom Bosley, Mister Cunningham.
Mhm.
I like the Tracy Nelson. Her dad was Ricky Nelson from Ozzie and Harriet.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and her brothers were in a rock band called Nelson. They're two twins.
Mhm.
So I'm a big fan of Tracy
Oh no
Nelson.
shit.
Yeah. So I love the show. So when I saw that it was available, I was like, fuck it. I got to get it. I got to get it. And then I bought this Emergency.
Ooh, the Blu-ray set. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's got
Was
all.
that on sale or?
Yes. It was on sale and I had a coupon. So I got it for like $40
Ooh.
off. And it's got it's got
Oh,
the 6 TV movies too. And,
no shit.
but you want to see, look, they freaked me out. These motherfuckers. Check out what they did. Tell me this wouldn't have made your heart sink. So I opened it up, and this is the
Mhm.
first thing I see.
Oh my god.
I'm like, holy shit,
Oh.
it's missing a disc. Because if you open one, you open this one,
Mhm.
the disc. Well,
Right. It's
it's not missing a disc. It's the same size case as those, but there's less.
mhm.
Season 1 is only 3 discs, where the rest of them are either 4 or 5 discs. So they just left.
Oh,
But I told my wife
that's stupid.
normal people would leave the last slot blank and not the first slot.
Right.
I thought
Yeah.
the disc. I was upset because to be honest, I remember this is a spinoff of Adam 12.
Love Adam 12 too. Yeah.
Adam 12 and Emergency are the reasons why we had Hill Street Blues, and Dr. Kildare and all, well, not Dr. Kildare, but ER. These were the originators
Mhm.
of those kind of shows, procedural shows. And Adam
Right.
12, you can only buy on DVD, and they want too much money. I'm hoping Universal puts Adam 12 in a box set because this actually has one crossover episode included. So it's an episode they did with
Ah,
Adam 12. So it's got that episode in here. I would love to get my hands on Adam 12, but
yes.
I only remember this show faintly, but I remember.
Mhm.
So I was like, you know what? I got to get it. So I picked this up. I thought you'd get a kick out of this one. I thought you'd get a
I
kick out.
enjoy that. I'll have to freaking because I've been debating that emergency thing too. Dude, that's what. Okay, so I watch FETV sometimes at night, and they have emergency on at 9:45, and then Adam 12 is on the 10:25 or no 9:15, and then Adam 12 is on after it at 10:25,
Okay.
and I'm like, ooh,
Because
love
Adam
it.
12 was a spinoff of this show anyway. Or this was a spinoff of Adam 12, because Adam 12 was in black and white and transitioned to color. This one, I think, is in color the entire time.
Hmm.
So, and Jack Webb was the producer of. Well, Jack Webb did Dragnet, obviously, and then he also was the
Hmm.
one who came up with Adam 12 and produced that. And Jack Webb also
Right.
produced, because Jack Webb was a huge supporter of the police and the fire department. And then I've got the Father Dowling, because I was it was the 80s. I was most kids,
Hmm.
most Gen Xers. I mean, the stuff that I grew up watching, that you're a fan of, you watched in syndication later on. But I got to
Hmm.
watch.
Oh no, I remember Father Dowling because my grandfather used to watch that.
Okay, yeah. It's like when
That
I'm
was yeah.
watching, like when I watch the Waltons, and it's like I love watching the old stuff. But I am in love with the new show. But it's not new. It just
Mhm.
shows how out of touch I am. There's a show on CBS called FBI, and
Yes.
I am enjoying the fuck out of it. I've already finished the first season, and I'm into the second season. Then there was a spinoff show
Mhm.
called with Julian McMahon called FBI Manhunt or Most Wanted, and I really
Most
like that.
Wanted. Yep.
Yeah, there's a third one called International, but it only lasted 4
They
years.
canceled that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any good, but I do like the other two. I'm still going to watch International, but I'm digging these. Now, the girl in I'm sorry, the woman in FBI, she was also in a show called
Mhm.
Rookie Blue, and I'm a huge fan of Rookie Blue.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of
Mhm.
her. She was also in the TV version of uh who's that guy who wants to kill Dracula? Van
Van
Helsing.
Helsing.
She was in the sci-fi television series Van Helsing. She showed up, I think,
Oh, so that
2.5 to the rest
that
of it. And
Missy Peregrine or whatever I think you said her name was.
she was in that. She in her early days, she was even in Smallville, so she's been acting. But she's been lucky.
Mhm.
That almost a lot of the stuff she's been in for the entire time. She joined the cast of Van Helsing at the end of season 2, but she still stayed for the remainder. She was in all of Rookie Blue. She's still on FBI.
Mhm.
But this FBI show, I like her. I like Jeremy Sisto. He was in Six
Mhm.
Under. I really like him. And it's just a really good show, but it started in 2019. And I can't believe I waited this long. But here's the funny thing. This is why when I mentioned last night that I support pirating again. This
Mhm.
show on FBI is on CBS. You can watch all the seasons of FBI on CBS. The only place to
Mhm.
watch FBI Most Wanted and FBI International is on Peacock. And it's got the little
Yeah,
bubble.
that's weird.
Right. So I understand. See, I can't believe NBC turned down FBI to begin with, because Dick Wolf has never
Yeah.
made a show really that sucked. I mean,
Mhm.
he does have. I mean, like there was a spinoff of the Law and Orders called Conviction. It was only on for one season. I liked it, but
Mhm.
it didn't.
I did. Yeah.
But Law and Order, SVU, SVU's been on almost 30 fucking years. You got SVU,
Yeah.
then you had Criminal Intent, and then you have all those three Chicago. Dick Wolf makes magic. So
I
and then
love the Chicagos. Yes, they're my favorite.
yeah. So I'm surprised NBC turned it down, but I guess the spinoffs, Most Wanted, aren't owned by CBS. I think Dick Wolf must own those himself. That's why they're on Peacock, because he's got an exclusive deal, I think, with Peacock. But the original FBI is still on Paramount Plus. But you still can't watch all of Law and Order, I don't think, on Peacock. I think it only has the latter seasons, because I don't think Dick Wolf actually owns the rights completely, and that's what why I this whole rights stuff is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit
Mm-hmm.
that people got to jump through hoops to get fucking TV shows. It's just bullshit. It's total bullshit, and it's confusing.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Now there's so many streaming services that you don't know who's you don't know who's got what. And then some stuff isn't even streaming anywhere anymore. And it's like, and then you got the stuff that's only on Tubi because they want the ad revenue. It's like, it drives me fucking insane. Just drives me fucking insane. I tell you.
Oh, dude, I watched a movie for the first time, and you'll probably be surprised as shit that I've never seen it before. And if I had seen it, I was probably really young and I didn't remember it. But fucking Starman.
You never seen Starman?
I don't think I've seen it, and I watched it like last week. Or no, it was earlier this week for like the first time that I can remember. And oh my, I can't do movies like that. It like emotionally wrecks me. I was fucking a blubbering mess by the end.
Wow. That's I
So
love the
good
movie. I
though.
thought it was really good. Yeah, I just queued it up just to get an idea. And yeah, Law and Order. They have season 13. They have season 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then they skip right to 25. So you can't even watch all of Law and Order. Like it's weird. And then if you look at fucking Law and Order Special Victims, they only have 15 seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. It's like, even if you wanted
That's
to.
weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I'm gonna go look at Disney and see what they got. Because I know that might
because
be
that's disappointing.
because I know that for a while Hulu had a. So let me see if they have it.
Oh, and Hulu's supposed to be shutting down this year at some point and combining with Disney Plus.
Right. Well, Disney Plus has Law and Order. Okay, Disney Plus has Special Victims Unit, the entire 26 seasons.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and the original Law and Order, they have season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So they have all the seasons of Law and Order, except for seasons 21 through 25, which you can watch on Peacock. So,
wow.
Yeah, so I can watch 20 seasons of Law and Order and all 25 seasons of SVU on Disney, or 26 seasons on Disney. But I got to watch the newer seasons of Law and Order on Peacock. See, that's what confuses people. See?
Mm-hmm.
That's what confuses people. And all of Criminal Intent is available on Peacock. So it's like confusing. And don't try to buy Law and Order because it'll cost you like $800 to buy them on fucking DVD. So
yeah,
it's that's what I'm saying. It's hard to. That's why I think for the longest time I was on the side of streaming. Yeah, stream it. Now I'm starting to lean towards physical. Go back to physical because they keep changing stuff. I mean, there's some movies that are edited so bad, and you're like, nah, I may have Alzheimer's, but I remember when this Adventures in Babysitting ain't the way it's supposed to be. They changed movies, they changed the music. You can't stream Charmed, and they have a newer theme. If you want to hear the original Charmed theme, you better own it on DVD. So it's like physical's where it's at.
Yeah, I agree.
And what sucks now is no one wants to make DVD players. I think LG and Sony, aren't they the only ones that make DVD players now?
I think you still have Panasonic.
Okay. I mean, I own a Samsung 4K player, but I'm gonna be honest
So
with
do
you.
I.
It's the worst 4K player I have. The Sony one blows it out of the water. I have so many errors and issues and glitches with that Samsung one. I'm kind of glad they got out. But 4K players, you used to be able to go pick up a Blu-ray player for like $50, and
Mm-hmm.
you still can.
Mm-hmm.
But because 4K players, the more like HD TV, when HD TVs first came out, they were like 4 or 5 grand. Now you can pick up an HD. You can get a 4K TV for like $300. It's because
Right.
everybody has them now, but not everybody has 4K players, so they're still
Mm-hmm.
expensive. And with there being a limited amount of people, because you got to be careful. I noticed this when I was at the store the other day. It'll say 4K. They'll put in big letters 4K player, but then if you really pay attention to the box, it says upscale. So it's really just a
Ah.
that'll
Mm-hmm.
upscale to 4K, but they want to trick you into buying it. So shame on them
Mm-hmm.
for doing that. But it's actually a Blu-ray player that upscales to 4K. I don't want to buy that. I want to own a specific 4K player. So I've got two. I've got a
Mm-hmm.
Samsung in the room, which sucks, and then I got my Sony in the living room. The Sony one is beautiful. The Sony one's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, but my sound bar and my Sony player is a Vizio sound bar. They don't like to work together. I have it set to automatically the sound bar to automatically pick the audio, but sometimes it'll screw up. So I have to go into the menu of the DVD player and change it from default automatic to PCM because it won't play anything.
Oh.
Put it on PCM, and I hate doing that. It still sounds good in PCM, but I want Dolby Atmos, Dolby, So I don't know if it's the Vizio being a lower end Vizio on a high end 4K player. They don't want to play well together. I don't know. I don't know if it's Sony's way of saying, hey, actually go buy one of our sound bars. So I don't know, but I still get good sound. I got 5.1. It's still nice, but I just, I just, that Samsung DVD player. I was watching Rocky on Blu-ray, and next thing I know, I see a bunch of color pixels, block pixels,
Ah.
and then it just freezes, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And some of my special features won't play on it; it'll skip, and anything that I buy from somebody, like we'll take Roy Dam for example. Any Roy Dam films that I get, they won't play. They'll play for like the first 30 minutes and then they'll
Mm-hmm.
stop playing. And I think it has to do with I think that Samsung has a problem with dual layers is what I think the problem is. But Roy's movies will play for
Really?
like 35, 40 minutes and then they'll freeze. But if I go take it out and put it in the Sony, it plays just fine.
Because, see, I'm pretty sure Roy uses BD25s. Like, I don't think he uses double layers. At least
Well,
I haven't run into anything of his that's double layer.
and you know what's weird about Roy's films? I don't know how he does this. They don't work in portable DVD players. If you don't have a standalone DVD player, it won't work. I tried to watch Godzilla 85 on the Blu-ray player that you got me, and it says
Mm-hmm.
unsupported format. So I don't know how he did that. I mean, I'm wondering if he did that to protect people from burning his stuff, but I don't know how he blocked it. It's weird. It's weird, but it plays just fine in my Sony, not my Samsung. So it's weird.
Yeah, my Samsung. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm thinking I might have to, because my 4K player, the only one that I have is the Samsung that my brother got me when he got the TV. And I started watching, and I'm watching movies again now, so I am watching discs and shit. So last week, I, put a disc in the player and I hear like feed the optics like on like I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, this is
It's loud.
gonna tank.
Yeah, mine.
It's like I'm
If
gonna
there's
have to
nothing
get
on,
another player.
if there's no fan or heater or it's completely quiet in the room, and I put a disc in
Mm-hmm.
that Samsung, yeah, I can hear it. It's like, oh shit. So I don't use it a lot. I mainly just stream in the room, watch my movies in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I came this close. My wife saved me. I came this close to subscribing to Vinegar Syndrome the other day. It's like 1,050.
Really?
Yeah. But my wife said, look, do you enjoy everything they release? I said, no. I said, some of it I don't know of. Some of it I probably won't like. She goes, then don't do it. She goes, you are getting your money's worth because they gave you the breakdown. Like this month, it's $200 worth of videos. So they give you the breakdown. You're definitely saving money by subscribing. But she said, if you
Right.
don't buy any, if you don't want to see any of those movies and you're not going to like them, just buy the ones that you want. So she saved me, but I almost subscribed to Vinegar Syndrome. But the more I thought about it, she's right. I don't, and some of the stuff that I do want that they sell isn't part of the subscription. So I would have, so she's like, don't do it. So
Yeah. And the only benefit with that is they give you like a 50% off coupon or something.
right. So I almost did it, but I didn't. But I'm still sticking with when it comes time to renew, I'll still renew with TerraVision. But they've been having a lot of problems.
Mhm.
One of their manufacturers bumped out on them, so they had to totally restart manufacturing for Gatorbait 2, and for student bodies. And then
Yeah.
their warehouse fire in Savannah, their warehouse burnt down. So they had to get a new
Mm.
warehouse. And I was reading about that. They had to get a new warehouse. And so until they got the new warehouse, they were using storage units in people's homes to do mailing and stuff. So I guess they've had a lot of bullshit happen to them. So I'm still sticking
Right.
with them because they've been telling us they're not keeping it. But they finally found a warehouse. They got a lot of work to get it up and running and everything. So hopefully things are better off for them this year. But I'm gonna stick with them. But I came close to subscribing to Vinegar Syndrome. I thought it would be cool, but then like I said, I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, because I've seen some movies they've released that I just don't care for, and what do I want to do with a bunch
Mhm.
of movies that I don't care for? So my wife was right. Don't drop $1,000 on, if they're gonna release 15 movies in the year and you only like, 6 of them, you just wasted your money. So she's right. She's right. I mean, last year I only bought 3 from them, and
Mhm.
only 2 of the 3 were theirs. The 5 Women for a Killer they released, and of course, Garbage Pail Kids they released. The Raven
Mhm.
documentary was a third party, so it wouldn't have even been in my subscription anyway. So if in an entire year I only bought 3, my wife actually made some sense. So she saved me. She would have let me do it had I pestered her, but she got through to me.
Mhm. See, that's good though, because you can eventually make her give in. See, I need a wife like you have, because see, like she would be like, okay, so like with my mother and stuff, like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like obviously, I didn't like really get anything like money wise with taking care of her or whatever. But if I wanted a movie or something, she'd always be like, well, here's like 20 or whatever, 20 or 30, get a movie. And that would be that. But I remember like I would see like you'd get like the Flash like Black Friday sit pre-order and all that stuff. And I would always like go around because I would look and I would see and I'd be like, oh, they're releasing this movie today. And I'm like, I really think I should get it, but no, I don't think I will. And my mom would always be like, but do you want it? And I said, yeah, I want it. And she's like, well, if you want it, then get it. Because if it's limited, you don't know, it'll sell out or something and you'll miss it. You won't get it or whatever.
Right.
So I would usually end up getting it. See, but like you, your wife seems like she's the same way. Like if you go and you're like, oh, they're releasing this and I really want it. And she'd be like, well, do you like it? Do you want it? Is it that important that you really, and and she would go with you, like, or go with you with getting it, or, be with on the same page or whatever. And see,
Well,
that's why I need
yeah,
to find a woman like that.
yeah, she when it comes to Star Wars, she pulls her hair and just gives up because I own so many copies of the same fucking movie because well this releases this was this just like if they're smart and we do actually get the 4K from Disney themselves, I'll still buy it, but I'll still cherish the one you got
Yeah.
me from the 4K people because of all that isolated score stuff. Disney's not going to go out and all out with that kind of stuff.
No. Oh God, no, they will not.
So I'll
They will
definitely,
not.
I like that isolated score and all that stuff. So I'll still that'll still be my pride and joy of the Star Wars 4K. But it's gonna be nice, to have the originals. But now if people now here's the thing though. I don't know if I'm
Mhm.
gonna be a sucker and buy the 4K releases from them if they do it, or if somebody comes out and says their 4Ks don't look as good as the other one, I don't know. I may skip it. I don't know because as we all know, those 4Ks that you got me for the original trilogy look better
Mhm.
than the 4K release from Disney for the special editions.
Oh, do they? I haven't watched all of the special edition 4Ks that Disney put out.
I got that 4K set, the Skywalker Saga box. I got that box
Yeah.
saga.
I wanted that box, but I just bought them all separate.
Yeah, because I'm a sucker for Star Wars, so I bought the box,
Mhm.
and they look good, and they look better than the Blu-ray versions. But they're still. I don't
Mhm.
personally. I think the one that you got me, the 4K transfers look better. The Project 4K original trilogy looked better than the Skywalker Saga box trilogy. You know,
Right.
it's sharper, it looks better. But I have bad eyes, so I don't know. I could be talking out my ass, but I have a feeling. To me, they look better because I compared them, and to me, they look better. So I don't know. You'd have to judge for yourself. But that's the only thing she gets upset with me about. And she's been letting me buy all these old TV shows and not giving me any grief, so she's been cool about that. But yeah, she's pretty fair with me. You know,
Mhm.
I bought this. She didn't give me no shit. I still haven't opened it yet, still wrapped in the plastic, but I got the I got
Ooh.
that Intellivision Sprint that Atari released.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's still you can
Oh.
see it's still wrapped. I have everything. I downloaded a bunch of ROMs and all the stuff I need to install onto here so I can have all the games. This only has 45 of the Intellivision games, but there were a lot more.
Mhm.
I already got all that set up, but I haven't opened it yet. And it's like, I haven't opened it. But she let me get this. This was way overpriced, but I blame my
Mhm.
dad because I wanted one of these as a kid, and he was like, "Nope,
Mhm.
you have an Atari 2600. You have a ColecoVision, so you don't need another one." So I never got this. A friend of his had it, and I would play it at his house.
Mhm.
I never got it in television, and this is slightly smaller than an original in television, but the controllers are the exact same size. They're just wireless. You still put in the card,
Mhm.
but to get one of these
Mhm.
from a collector, for me to buy, I would end up paying more. This is $150. If I wanted
Right.
all the games in a system, for one, I'd be
Mhm.
paying a lot more than 150, and it wouldn't look
Right.
because they didn't come with it had the old this this thing had the system set up to where you had to put it into your antenna and click it back from game to TV. Not even coaxial was this. This was before coaxial. It has an adapter.
Oh wow.
But I'm sure an original in television, just like an original Atari 5200 with all the adapters, is going to look shitty on a 4K television. This is designed for HDMI. Right. So I'm like, you know what?
Ooh.
I've always wanted it in television. My dad never let me have one. I'm buying one now. Even though it's a remake and it's small, I own it in television. I go to bed nice. I sleep better knowing I have it in television.
It's damn right.
So, yeah. So, but so she's pretty cool about letting me get things. So, I'm happy. I'm happy. Some wives are very nitpicky about their husband's shopping habits. It's a shame when it happens, but I get it. Usually, women are more fiscally responsible than men, but sometimes they're not. I just so happen to be in a position to where I don't go crazy, buy $2,000 watches and $800 pairs of shoes, but I do buy a $20 DVD here and there or a $50 DVD here and there. But like the Garbage Pail Kids, I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably overpaid. Yeah, it's in 4K. It's in a really nice box, but I feel I overpaid.
Well, I don't want to tell you what you could have done.
Right.
What I'm probably going to do is they are going to release it at some point without the box, and you just be getting like the case with the disc. That will be somewhat cheaper, but
But I love the movie, and I haven't seen it in forever, and I was unfortunate enough that I didn't get the Shout Factory release or anybody's releases. I don't have it on DVD. I don't have it on VHS. I don't have it anywhere. And I didn't know, I took a chance knowing they might release it, or even if Vinegar Syndrome doesn't release it without the box, it may end up in Kino Lorber one time or whatnot, but I know it'll get re-released, but I didn't want to risk it.
Right.
So I said, fuck it. So I got it. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It is a nice box, and it's got some nice stuff in there.
It is.
But I didn't want to risk it. So I said, fuck it, I'll get it. Because it's a classic film, and it's a good film. I mean, yeah, I can get it. Kids nowadays probably would, and I don't mean kids. I mean, a 25-year-old man could probably watch Garbage Pail Kids and be like, I don't get it. Why is this good? Why do you like this? Well, you had to be alive in the 80s, I guess, to appreciate it. But I was a huge fan of Garbage Pail Kids. I collected the stickers and, so I like the movie, and I'll admit.
Did you watch the disc yet or not yet?
No, that's my other problem. I have such a backlog, it's ridiculous.
You're not going to let that jump the line? Jesus Christ, just jump the line.
No, because I'm stuck on this FBI kick, and I can't stop watching FBI. Now I've got Father Dowling. I'll put in a Father Dowling Mysteries, and then next thing you know, I'm halfway through the season, and it's been fucking 3 days, and I'm still in the middle. I'm still season 6 of fucking. I'm on season 6 of Little House. I finally hit season 7 of The Waltons, but now I'm doing the FBI thing. I can't. I have a problem, Michael J. I have a problem. I go from here to here.
You're watching TV, and I'm watching movies. Whereas, like I said, now you have all these things on discs. My discs aren't readily accessible right now. And fucking Antenna TV, like I said, they took off My Father Knows Best and My Dennis the Menace. And they replaced it with fucking Barney Miller and the Partridge Family. How dare they do that?
Well, I have Father Knows Best. You sent me that, I think.
Yeah, I have it too.
I have a
But
DVD set of it. I think it's a bootleg set, but it still
yes,
works fine.
yes, and I have it too. But like I said, I like that communal viewing. Like I like watching Father Knows Best at 9 o'clock in the morning and knowing that there's like thousands of other people watching
Right.
Father Knows Best with me across the world or the country or whatever.
I
And
get it.
now it's just me watching alone.
No, I get
Nobody else is watching on Peacock at 9 a.m.
no, I get it. I get it.
Somebody get on Peacock at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and watch it with me.
Dennis the Menace was the one show that used to bug the crap out of me. I'd watch it on Nick at Night,
Mhm.
and that kid cannot act for shit. I just
Which
it, Dennis. He's too. He reminds
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he reminds me of young Macaulay Culkin, because Macaulay Culkin was a cute kid, but he didn't have any acting
Mhm.
chops at first. I like I like him now. I know he's in the
Mhm.
new season of Fallout. And I didn't have a problem with his movies because I saw him as a kid. When you're a kid actor, you
Right.
can't have acting skills. I mean, you can, but sometimes certain people like Danny Bonaducci. I love the Partridge Family, but I hated his character because he's a shitty actor. But he got a little
Mhm.
better over time, and I've seen him in other stuff, and it's like, okay, he improved a little bit. He's still not the greatest, but he still improved. But we're like
Right.
Susan Day. Susan Day was really good in the Partridge Family. I think when she was on LA Law, she was kind of slacky. So like, but so
Mhm.
the guy who plays Dennis the Menace, it's just he's got like it's like so amateurish. It just bugs me. It's just he screams a lot. It's just I don't know. I don't hate the show. It just his acting always bugged me. You know, I really like the guy who played his
Right.
dad, and I like the guy who played Mr. Wilson.
Mhm.
The mother and Mr. Wilson's wife.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Wilson, I like Joseph Kearns, the original Mr. Wilson, when they brought in Gail Gordon as his brother in the last season and some change. I didn't like him as much. I was not into him at all. He annoys me. I don't watch season 4 anymore.
See, there's another old show I need to get my hands on, but I don't know if you can even find it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I don't know who has the rights. This, that, and the other.
What is it?
My dad used to watch it, and I used to watch it back on
Mhm.
TBS before TBS was a nationwide channel. It's called My Three Sons.
Mhm.
That
I
was,
know it.
mm-hmm. The theme song's playing in my head right
I
now.
know it.
Doo-doo.
Mhm.
Yeah, I loved My Three Sons.
Um FETV has it on every day at 11. Well, for you it'd be like 10:45.
That's on the stick, right? Instead of
Use You can use the TV.
because I
Just go to
love
live TV entertainment FETV. It's in there.
because the guy who played the father on Father Knows Best did a lot of Disney movies. He was like in Flubber and
Yes.
Shaggy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy who played Uncle Charlie in Father Knows My Two Son or My Three Sons, he was also in a movie called That Darn Cat. He was the
Mm-hmm.
neighbor in that movie, That Darn Cat, who was always yelling at his wife, "Quit being nosy." I can't remember the actor's name, but I loved My Three Sons, and it was another one that went
William Demarest, I think.
color, and it's a great show. But the problem with watching it on
Mm-hmm.
TV is they don't run them all. They only have a limited amount. Have you noticed? Have you ever watched anything on Pluto? Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I watched the show. What's the show with the rifleman? I watched the rifleman on
Yes.
Pluto, and if you go to Pluto TV on Wednesday at 6 p.m. and watch the rifleman, you'll basically see
Mm-hmm.
the same episodes every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pluto has a certain amount of episodes, and they just run them and then go back and start over. Run them and go back. There's like 9 seasons of the show, but they're only showing like 100 of the 200 episodes. So that's one thing, and they don't run them in order. So that's why I know my 3 sons. You don't have to watch it in order, but I just like watching stuff in order. That's why I like buying them. I understand I understand the way you feel. You want to watch them on TV like it was back in the day where you and a million other people are watching at the same time. I get that feeling, but I'm a completionist.
Mhm.
I want to see from episode 1 to episode end, and I can't do that on TV because of the way they run things. And nowadays,
Well, I think FETV is showing them in order. I think.
Okay. Because like I bought the WKRP on Shout, and the reason I bought it on Shout is because it streams absolutely nowhere because of the license, because of the music thing. And I'm like, this is the only way I'm going to get to see it. And I know Shout paid for a majority of the licensing, but not all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So some of it got changed, but I was like, nah, I love the show. I have to get it. And I don't think they're ever going to release it original as it was intended because the music industry is greedy and they want too much money. I understand the artists wanting their fair share, but I don't think it's the artists. I'm starting to think it's a lot of the record companies because I've been watching some stuff and
I
seeing
think you're right.
some stuff. I think the record company is taking the bigger cut and giving the smaller cut to the artists. I wish if the artists own their own music, we might get releases because they would be like, as long as I get, I think the artists would take less than the record companies. I think artists, I really think music people now should just self do it. If physical media for music is dying, then just do it yourself on YouTube, put it on Spotify, Bandcamp, and then when you get popular and start making some decent money, you can, put it on an LP or something. But record companies, man, they want a bigger cut. The artists, they're the ones who did, I don't know. I just feel you can do it yourself, cut out the corporation middleman and just do it yourself. But it's easier said than done. I know, it's easy for me to sit here and say that, but I just personally feel that the record company is what's killing the record industry. Because that was the thing I said the other night on the show. Hollywood and fucking the music industry bitched and moaned about pirating. It's going to kill the industry. Man, we were making we were recording the radio onto a cassette back in the 80s. They had blank 8-track tapes you could record on. People have been making recordings and recording albums and giving them to their friends. It's been going on for fucking before I was born. So it's like fucking they're just fear mongers. And they fucking, the reason Hollywood sucks is because they make bad fucking movies. They're losing money. They make bad fucking movies. It's got nothing to do with people are pirating their shit. It's people are pirating it because they're not going to pay for it because they know it sucks. So the writing,
that is correct.
They're making shitty movies. The record companies are making shitty decisions. Fucking, it's just game industries following suit. They're taking down ROM sites. Game's 40 years old. Can't buy it anywhere. But no, you can't give it away. You're breaking copyright. We're not hurting anybody. I understand we're breaking copyright infringement by giving the game away, but we're not hurting anybody because no one's making any money off of it anyway. If I'm going to buy this game on the Nintendo, I have to buy it either on eBay or in a pawn shop. Well, Nintendo's not getting any money from it there. So what difference does it make if somebody's giving it away on a ROM site? It's bullshit. If you're going to sell it in a store and make money off of it, I understand it. But how are you violating someone's copyright by giving it away? Because that's the whole point, is to protect it. I'm not giving it away for free. I'm not selling it myself. I just want to play the game you made. if you're not selling it to anybody, then what harm is it for me to have a copy at home to play? I
Right.
understand if Nintendo was afraid I'm going to burn a bunch of games and sell them or something. I'd understand that. But just for personal use, if you're not selling it, who fucking cares? Fucking pirate that
Mhm.
something. You know? And it's like it's just, it I'm starting to get agitated with corporate America, man. They're pissing me off. I wish they'd piss more people off, but I honestly believe, Hollywood makes shitty movies. And then they take a property
Mhm.
that already exists and they fuck it up. You know? Like I like Alien Earth.
They do.
Alien Earth was good, okay? But if you look at the show in general, you can tell
Mhm.
that this guy wrote a sheet. This guy wanted to make a TV show about androids. And Disney was like, you know what? This would be good if you had aliens in it. Because it feels a little disjointed. Like the aliens were an afterthought, that it was more about the
Mhm.
androids. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this guy came up with this android idea. Disney liked it, gave him the green light, and then turned around and were like, you know what would be better? Aliens. So,
Mhm.
you need to let, like Star Wars, or comic book movies, like Marvel. They had some Marvel gone. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with anybody. Marvel has really shit the bed lately. But when they first started the movie series, all the way up until the Avengers, they were all hits. They made money after money. They were printing money with those movies. And why?
Mhm.
Because the people making those movies were fans. Why were all the movies over in the DC universe failing? It's because people in suits were telling these people what they wanted to see on the screen. And instead of listening to what the fans wanted to see on the screen.
Mhm.
When it comes to certain properties, let the fans do it. They know better. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Corporate people get involved, it gets all messy. And they want it to be this way. They want it to be that way. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. And it's like, you got to make films for the fans. Plain and simple. It's for the fans.
Mhm.
When it comes to certain movies. When you make a romance film or an action film, if it's a new property and no one's ever heard of it before, you can do whatever you want. Go crazy. It's okay. But you can't take something that already exists and fuck it up really bad to where no one wants to watch it anymore. Like, and I'm not talking about, whitewashing or race swapping. I'm not talking about anything like that. That's a personal preference. If
Mhm.
if Miles Morales is Hispanic and they turn around and they make him be black, I'm not going to care as long as it's Miles Morales. But I understand where some people would care. I wouldn't care. I didn't care that Lucy Liu was
Mhm.
one of Charlie's Angels. I didn't care.
Right.
It's to me it's the, you know like James Bond. If James Bond ends up being a black guy or a Hispanic guy or a woman, I'm not going to care because I know James Bond is 007 is just a label that you're given as an agent for MI5. But they need to have they need to keep the spirit. They're going to have a female Bond. I'm cool with that. As long as she has the spirit of a Bond. Badass, kicks ass, no excuses. Maybe she sleeps with a bunch of men, you know, like a male Bond slept with a bunch of women. I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't be like, oh man, it's the emotion, it's the feeling. Like
Mhm.
Starbuck being a woman, it worked in Battlestar Galactica, but it still bugs me. And not because she's a woman, but because the character was male to begin with. I don't care about your race, but your sex should match. Starbuck should have been a dude. I still like the new Battlestar Galactica. I own it in the next room. And Katie Sackhoff did a great fucking job, and the character was awesome. But when you first told me, "Hey, Starbuck's going to be a woman," I'm like, "What the kind of shenanigans is this?" But once you watch it, you see what they did. They did something original. They took the idea. It worked. It doesn't always work, but it worked in this aspect. So I'm okay with it. I'm not one of those kind of people who gets upset. Oh my God, They're making this character black. I don't care. As long as the spirit of the character is there. Spider-Man can be black for all I fucking care. As long as it's Peter Parker. He's got to be dumb. Well, not dumb. He's got to be klutzy. He's got to be an awkward teenager. I don't care what his race is. As long as he's fucking Peter Parker. But I know a lot of people out there really do want it to be cut and dry. Oh, it's got to be the way. It's got to be this way. I have a little wiggle room, but for me, it's the spirit of things. It's got to match. If it's a time period piece, it's got to be authentic to that time period. Love it or hate it, it's got to be. When I watch the Waltons, and I see episodes where they're being weird about the black people, that's the way it was back then. Not everybody was like that, and the show represents that. The show showed some of the people in town that were like, very, oh my God, black people. But then you had the Waltons behave that way because they cared for everybody. They liked everybody. Same on Little House. But that's the way it was. There's always been people who are racist or homophobic or anything like that. There's always going to be people who aren't. It's going to be that way to the end of time. But, I like the old school stuff being old school. You know what I'm saying? I want it to feel, even if you're like, I can't believe you'd want to see something that had a lot of racism in it. That's the way it was. It's a time period piece. I want to, I just want it to be authentic. That's why I don't care. Anything goes when it comes to science fiction. They could do a whole Star Wars episode with an entire ship full of gay people, or a Star Trek episode with a whole ship of gay people. I wouldn't give a shit because it's the future. I don't know what the future holds. Maybe we will all be gay in the future. Well, I'll be dead by then, but I'm just saying, I don't care if anybody who's writing futuristic shit should have the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want because it's the future. Anything goes. But when you're making a Western, you got to make it look legit. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it's a Western and you go into a little Spanish town, it's got to be run down. The bartender's got to be the typical Hispanic guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's racist, but that's just the way I see things. And if it's wrong, fine. Then I'm wrong. But that's what I like to see, there's certain things that, like a period movie like a Quentin Tarantino one. Now that I was cool with. Fucking Jamie Foxx. What was it?
Django Unchained.
That fucking movie rocked fucking balls, dude. That fucking movie rocked. Yeah, I doubt
I never saw it
like that back in the South back then, but it was fucking good. I like every once in a while it works where you can change up, have a little bit of the authentic and throw some twist in it and it'll work. But you gotta really know what you're doing to make it work. Hate the Hateful Eight, it worked too. So it depends on who you are. I'm not saying that I wouldn't give it a chance, but usually when people do period pieces, they do it wrong and they fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like I'm gonna watch the new when it comes out. I'm gonna watch the new Little House on the Prairie. I'm gonna see how it goes. I know Netflix is doing it.
So it is on Netflix. Dude, when you said something about that and I heard that, I thought you were fucking joking. I didn't think they were gonna remake Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if there's any word real quick. Netflix.
Dude, I cannot believe that.
Netflix's
I
Laura
love the original.
Doesn't say when. They announced it in July of 2025. There is a teaser trailer, but in this day and age, no, that's AI. So no, that's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for me, brother. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, here's the wiki page. Let's see. Yeah, Alice Hazley, Laura Ingalls, Luke Brasi, Charles Ingalls, Jocko Sims, Dr. George Tan, Warren Christie.
Oh, Jocko's. Now, see, he's a black dude, I think.
Right. And it's going to be weird seeing a black doctor, because I don't know if there really were. I don't know if there really were black doctors in the 1800s. I don't know. I could be absolutely wrong. I don't know if there were. I don't know. But it just doesn't seem like the way I was taught in school and the way that I see things or have heard things. I don't think there was. But I'm still going to give it a shot. It might fucking work. I don't know. I like Jocko Sims. That'll help
Yeah.
too. But
I do too. That's why I would
there's
watch
a
it.
show called Amsterdam. Did you watch New Amsterdam?
Yep, New Amsterdam. Yes, I did. I love that show.
Yeah, he had left New Amsterdam for like a little while because they were going to give him a spin-off show. But then he came back because the spin-off show, COVID came and fucked everything up. So he didn't get to do his he didn't get to do his spin-off show, so they brought him back, which was fair. You know, you don't want to take someone off a show and be like, well, the spinoff's not going to work, so go fuck yourself. So at least they brought him back. But yeah, he's in it. He plays Dr. George Tan. But see, I don't know what the book. I never read the books. You know, I've never read a Little House. I've never read a book from Laura Ingalls. So I know the books and the original show were two different beasts. So maybe their doctor was black in the books. I don't know. But I'm going to give it a try nonetheless, because everybody that's in the show I like. Jocko Sims, Warren Christie, I like these people. So I'm going to watch it anyway. I'm not hard to please, and I can bend some, but but it's got to be done right, and it's got to make sense. Don't do stuff just to do stuff. You know what I mean? You know, that's how I am, but I'm pretty easy to please, and I'm pretty open to anything. You know, I'm open. You know, I don't have a problem with certain characters. Oh, it's got a trans character in it. I don't care. I'll watch it. I don't do it. So, you know.
But do you think that there were trans people back in the 1800s?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up in the South. I'm an old fart. How is it that I am so cool about trannies? And then I thought about it for a while. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Really? You think that did it?
Yeah, your sound is off now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I don't hear you.
Hold on.
Because you were starting to fade. Your voice was getting lower and lower, but I don't know. Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't hear you at all, but you're kind of like I don't know, stuttering, freezing up a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely can't hear you. Yeah, definitely can't. Well, maybe it's not. It might be me. It might be me.
Let me see. How's this? Is this better?
Might be me. Hold on.
Is this better?
Don't do anything. It might be me.
How am I now?
My headphones might have died. Let me see. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. My headphones died. My earbuds died. So I'm going to sound a little echoey now. Because that's the only thing.
Ah, that's what that was.
Yeah, because I hear you now. I think it was the earbuds. So. Well, when I put them in, they were at 80%. So it makes sense. So I'm going to charge them up. But yeah, that's gotta be what it was. So it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was me.
It's
So I'm probably
yeah,
gonna,
I didn't
so I'm probably gonna sound a little echoey until we get done, but I'm sure you'll be okay with it.
yeah. I don't hear an echo as of yet, so
Okay. But yeah, when I put these in, it was at
but I'm gonna look
80%, and these are very cheap, so it makes sense that they would have died. So,
right. Especially if it's like continuous usage, then yeah,
yeah,
for that
and
amount of time that'll
I gotta get new ones anyway. I mean, I'm not gonna go get no expensive Raycons or anything, but the problem with these is they don't have different tips. So I
Mhm.
think they're too big and they keep wanting to pop out of my ears. I need to get a good
Ah, I
set.
see.
Yeah, I need to get a good set of earbuds that go in the ear but have hoops for around the ear. 'Cause I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look at me and really focus, my glasses, everything's crooked. I have one ear, I think that's higher than the other one.
Mhm.
So I'm a little off. I'm not symmetrical, is basically what I'm saying. And I one my ears are weird. And earbuds want to pop out when I get those fucking, those things you buy for concerts and stuff that you squish them down, stick them in your
Yep.
ear and they fill. Those eventually pop
Mhm.
out. I've got fucked up ears. So I need the kind that go have a hoop. My wife bought me a pair that had a hoop that were Bluetooth, but they've got a
Mhm.
wire. They've got a wire that hang down, and I don't like using that. So I got to get me some
Mhm.
Bluetooth hoop ones. Maybe I'll go to Walmart. Well, I got to go out with my wife this weekend and do some shopping anyway, so maybe I'll check it out. But when I cut the grass and stuff in these, they always, like in the winter, they stay in my ears because I have
Mhm.
the skull cap on. But when I cut the grass, these are always popping out. I have to stop the lawnmower, pick it up, put it in my ear. So yeah, this was like $14 at Walmart. They're not
Mhm.
comfortable. I got to get me another set. So we'll
See,
just have
I'm
to see.
surprised that you can wear a hat like that because I've tried to wear hats like that before and it's like my head like it doesn't feel right.
Because you
Like
got
I
no
feel like
hair.
my head is being invaded. I feel like so I can't wear it.
It's because you got no hair. Probably, I would probably
So
not want
you
to wear
have
one of
hair,
these.
so
Yeah, I still got tons of hair. See? I'm going bald. I'm
yeah,
thinning in the top, but
well,
I
I
still have.
mean, when I'm saying that I wore it, I tried to wear. Oh, just the feeling of the scratchiness on my head is making me get like kind of dry heaving because I'm picturing it in my brain, and it's
But
just
if you
the
can't
fuck.
wear, how can you wear a hat at all? Can you wear can you wear
I
a
don't,
baseball cap? You used to wear those stupid
I don't
hats
like.
when you would do the Sunday morning show with Poe. You'd wear that
Yeah,
goofy hat.
that I can. Yeah, that I can do. But like those things like you're wearing, like the little when the fucking like sketchy fucking
Oh,
knit fucking thing touches my hair, I'm like,
uh,
"Ugh," and I start dry heaving and shit, and
I
my
love
head
hats.
starts itching like crazy.
I have a huge collection. I got like 25 hats hanging on a thing up there. I've got a shit ton of hats in here. I mean,
Mhm.
I got this hat. I got this hat.
Yeah.
I got this
See,
hat.
like those I can do. That type I can do.
I got
The
this hat. This hat looks weird on me because it's got something wrong with it. So I don't know. It looks crooked. I don't know what the fuck. And then I got you'll probably like this hat because it's got the ghost face.
ooh,
It says ghost face underneath. So
oh, look at that.
I got hats, man. I got hats. And then,
Yeah,
I
like those I can wear.
got like 25 more upstairs. I can't stop. I got a hat addiction. I don't wear hats around the house though. I don't know. There's something I don't like the way I don't like the way I look without a hat. Like when I go to the bathroom or anything, I look in the mirror and I don't have a hat on. I'm like, ugh. So anytime I leave the house, I wear a hat, like constantly. In the winter, it's always these. In the summer, it's always a ball cap. So I don't know. I'm fucking weird. I like hats. I don't know. We're all weird. All of us have weird fetishes. And I'm not saying it, in a sexual manner. I mean anything. Some people, you know, like to smell their armpits. People are weird. I like to wear hats. I
When I
don't know.
was younger, I liked to smell my armpits, but not so much anymore.
You like that lady on Saturday Night Live?
I did that when I was a teenager. Yes, I did do that.
Dude, I can't. When I start to stink, I gotta take a shower. I can't
Well,
stand the
yeah,
smell.
no, that's the same. But I still like the to get that like little smell like when it initially would start, and I'm like, whoo, how did this happen? Oh,
Ugh, no, no, no. I'm pretty. I don't like to simmer for too long. I have to clean. I have to
mhm.
clean myself. So, but most married people usually do stay clean because you never know when you're gonna be in the mood, and
Right.
nothing's worse than being in the mood, getting all touchy feely, and then you're both like, "Oh, I need a shower." By the time you get
Mhm.
up, you go shower, you're like, "I don't want to do it. I'm tired now." So you want to stay clean. You want to stay usable is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Right.
But but yeah, I just yeah, but I always wear hats, like always. Fuck, it's just part of me. That's why I need to get better earbuds because when I wear a baseball cap, those pop out. And I don't like wearing the PlayStation ones because they feel uncomfortable over the hat. Like I can't wear
Oh, the
headphones
PlayStation
over a hat.
headphones. Yeah.
Yeah, the PlayStation headphones work great. They work great. I could put the adapter in the 3.0 USB over here and I would be fine. And I can hear you fine and
Hmm.
they're great headphones. It's just they're uncomfortable with a hat on. And like I said, I don't like seeing myself without a hat. So I can't do these
Right.
shows without a hat on. So, and if you've noticed any video I've ever made, I've got a hat on. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
no, I noticed the intros for the shows for the kids
yeah.
corner and the other things. You always have a
Yeah. I got to do that tomorrow, by the way. You saw the folder, right? You saw the stuff I put in there, right?
yeah, and I removed the stuff that's already aired now, so you're
Okay.
good.
There's like heavy metal and heavy metal 2. You saw all that, right?
Right. Hmm.
Okay. I'm not going to do them back to back, though. Like on the animation, Dark Side of Animation, it's not going to be both heavy metal and heavy metal 2. It's just going to be one. Then
Hmm.
the next week we'll do the next one. I don't want to do anything. I don't mind doing the shows like Devilman and all that back to back because I mean they're just 20-minute episodes. But when it comes to
Right.
movies, I'm not going to do a block of part one and part two, except for like the Gamras. But I might stop doing that too. It may just be one Gamera movie and then something else. So we'll see how that goes. But I just got to think of it from the perspective of the viewer. Do they really want to
Hmm.
sit through two bad movies in a row of the same? Like, do you want to binge watch Gamera films? No. Even Godzilla, as much as I love Godzilla, I wouldn't want to sit and watch like four in a row. So I'll let you know. I'll make the videos, the intros, and put them in the folder tomorrow. And then you can, uh, uh, eh, you know,
Yeah, because then I assemble them and Like I put them all into like one file, so they're all just there, and it's just easier that way than lining them up when you put them in the. Well, I showed you how the programming and shit works for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just easier when I have them all. When I merge them into one file.
Right. So, but but it works though. But it works. So that works. But anyway, I guess it's been 2 hours. So I guess we'll call it an episode. Now, just for everybody who's watching or whoever watches
Mm.
it going forward, it'll be 7 o'clock next time. We won't start at 6. We will start at 7. So if we go 2 hours, it'll be 7 to 9 instead of 6 to 8. But I just figure, you know, we're not going to get any. I guess the reason I originally thought 7 was because we're not going to get any new viewers. It's hard to get viewers at 6 o'clock, because most people are still not home from work around here at 6 o'clock. Then you keep going
Mhm.
west, it gets earlier, and at 7 o'clock your time, people are like making dinner or picking. So it's like we'll go on at 7 my time. That seems a little bit better, and see if that helps. I mean, if I have
Mhm.
to go to 8, I'll go to 8, but I'm pretty sure 7 will be okay. So, but the good thing about that's the difference between this and the radio. At least on this, it's always up on YouTube or Kick or well, I mean not Kick, but it's always up at YouTube and Rumble and Rabbit
Mhm.
and Red. So it's not like they can't ever watch it again. Yeah, I know on Grandpa's playlist it's only up for 30 fucking days and they delete it, but at least people can
Whoa!
still
Wait,
check
who? Where?
Facebook. They leave the video up for 30 days and they pull it.
Oh yeah, right, 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 right.
Right.
Oh
So, and
yeah,
Twitch
no.
only
For a second, I thought you were. Oh
no, no, no. But um, so we'll start at 7 next time. I don't know when. I mean, I would like to be back next Thursday, but I don't know. My wife could be sick. I could be sick, so we'll play it by ear. But we'll post it.
we're gonna
If I'm
hope
gonna
that
do
you're
an
not sick because that's not fun.
right, so we'll post it. But I do want to say, um, will you promote the? Go ahead before I promote. You promote your what's going on with Rabbit and Red. Like, what you got coming in the next 7
Um,
days?
well, we've got tonight at 11 p.m. 10 Central is a new Freak Radio.
Okay.
Um,
Nice to see he got it to you on time.
Tomorrow, I believe. Yes, his busy season at work now is done, so now I
Okay.
get them at least a day or two in advance, so we're good. Um, and then let's see. Tomorrow should be a new anything posse. He hasn't said that to me yet, but usually I get it like tonight or tomorrow morning. So that's fine. And
Okay.
then let's see what else. And then I have now there's a current cut that
No, you disappeared. You disappeared. You went away right in the middle of his promoting. Is that a sign? Is that a sign that no one wants to watch? That we shouldn't watch Rabbit and Red? I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully he realizes he's gone and he'll be back soon. And so we started the show off with him being late, and now he's completely gone. Completely gone. See my little doggy? I'm gonna lower me for a second. Look at my dog. Isn't he so cool? Look, got that stoner look. Okay, he's back. I think. Well, he was
that
back
is
for a
so
brief second.
fucking weird. It says that there's an internet error.
I can.
Hold on, let
We
me.
can hear. I hear you fine. Just don't see you no more. Internet error. He's probably user error. Don't give me that shit. Internet problems. Try turning it off and turning it on again. I hate that. I hate that more than anything. You motherfucker. You don't think I'd tried that already? You got to turn it off, turn it on again. Bitch, I did. Oh, maybe it's your router. I did that too. Look, motherfucker, before I called you, I turned it off, I turned it on again. I restarted my modem and I restarted my router. My phone works fine, this works fine, everything works fine, my Roku works fine. It's your shit. Don't tell me what to do. I hate that. I hate when they do that shit. It's got to be on your end. The fuck it does. It's on your end. Don't be a fucking asshole.
Exactly. That's right.
Well, they do. They want to
Fucking
blame
right.
your internet for everything. Oh, it's got to be your internet. Well,
Yeah.
I may not be able to watch Hulu, but I can watch Peacock, I can watch Pluto, I can watch fucking Paramount, but I can't watch yours. So tell me again how it's my internet, dickhead. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, as you were saying, you left off with anything
Yes.
Posy being new. Okay.
Anything. Possy's new. Monday should be a new current cut if I can get my editing bugs worked out. If not, it'll be on hold another week. But we'll see. Jesus Christ.
I just keep talking. You look better this way.
Yeah, and then exactly. And then Tuesday is the fuck is Tuesday? This is ska. Um then we have this on Thursday, and then that's and Rabbit in Red is Tuesday. That comes back Tuesday
That's right. What the fuck
with
movies?
right. Are you gonna produce that, or do you not want to produce that?
I will let you know. I know this Tuesday I
Okay.
couldn't, but y'all didn't have one anyway, so it kind of worked out. Um,
Right.
I'll know Sunday night. So I'll let you know. Um, because if anything comes up and I have to get up early, I probably won't, but I'll let you know Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all go on at 5 my time, so yeah, I'll let you know. So y'all are gonna be on Wednesday or Tuesday at 5 o'clock
Tuesday.
or
Right.
6 your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And y'all are doing WTF movies. What's the prime example? Give me an example. We won't go into detail. What's an example of a WTF movie?
Well, like Murr watched Special Needs Revolt,
What the
and
fuck?
that kind of made him go like, "What the fuck?" It was made by that Adrian kid who's autistic. It's
Who
on
did the clown?
Tubi. You should, yeah, who did Clowns in the Woods?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he made a movie called Special Needs Revolt.
Do you
It
talk to
stars a
him?
Downey.
Do you still talk to him at all?
He not often, but he was going to be on Cody's hot seat because Cody wanted to get him on there and get political with him and shit like that. But
Okay.
that hasn't happened as of yet.
So okay, I'll have to check. It's on Tubi. You said I'll have to check that out.
It's on Tubi. Yeah, it's dude, it's good. It's he made a movie and it stars someone with Down syndrome, which I
Okay.
enjoy because I enjoy the Downies. And what do you call it? What the hell was it? And it's basically he has a character that plays like a Trump type character because he's like
Okay.
really like you know he doesn't like Trump, so it's a whole thing. But yeah, it's dude, it's pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think the first thing I ever saw that had somebody with Down syndrome was probably the same everybody in my time did was Corky
Yes, life
on
goes on.
what was the name of that show? Life Goes On?
Yep, life goes on. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my introduction to. I mean, I had seen people with Down syndrome, but I didn't know they could act. I love that show.
Yeah.
That show was fucking awesome. So yeah, I might
Hmm.
like this. I'll have to check it out. So, but I haven't seen that. So what would be a WTF that I have seen? that you probably know I've
Um,
seen.
well, I was gonna mention to him about, Wake and Fright because that has a few WTF moments, like Donald, topless.
Yeah.
That's, it's very good. I
I
approve and
probably would have
appreciate.
I probably would have put The Second Basket Case as a what the fuck movie, because that movie went
Ah,
off
that's a
the
good one
rails.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The first
remember when
one,
Belial had sex? That was great.
see?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
shit, we'll
weird.
have to pull that clip.
And the weird part is Belial was all fake, but the woman was a real woman's face. And the
Mhm.
foot's all like, this is my strong hand. But yeah,
Mhm.
I don't yeah, okay, so that's what I'll definitely have to yeah, you'll have to get that clip, because the first basket case wasn't really a what the fuck. It was just like, ooh, that's fucking weird. It wasn't like a WTF moment. But that second one, with all those different creatures and shit, I was like, this is bizarre. But yeah, Bilal
Mhm.
having sex is something you'll never forget.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
We
Not at
need to
all.
find a you need to find a clip of that.
Yes.
It's probably how Big Mur has sex. Uh, uh, so that's on Tuesday, and then
Oh,
we'll
oh,
be back. We'll be back Thursday. Hopefully, I won't be sick. My wife won't be sick, and we can be back Thursday. But my show will let you know. But as for GTN, no concert tomorrow night because Mur's having technical difficulties, and so that won't be until he gets that figured out. So all that we got this week would be Saturday. I got a Grandpa's playlist. Pulled out a rare
mhm.
album from the band Arcade, their debut album, Arcade. That's going to be Saturday
Ooh,
night. And then, yeah, it's very rare. A lot of people probably don't even remember Arcade. They're probably Googling it now. Or when they see this episode, they'll be like, who the hell's Arcade? You find out if you will listen on Saturday. That's at 8 p.m. Central. And then Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central, 6 Pacific, will be Getting Live with Ace. So that'll be on. And then that's it. And then Wednesday, if everything falls into place, there'll be a music sideshow. I don't know yet. I won't know till next week, but hopefully it will be. So yeah, not much going on at GTN, with Mur down, and I got rid of some shows. I haven't completely done away with Soothing Sounds and all that, but it's just going to be a special, maybe once a month kind of thing. But
mhm.
with the wife's problems and my problems, and I just don't have a lot of time. So
Right.
I gotta focus on certain things. And I really like doing Grandpa's World. I really like doing Sideshow, and I really like doing playlist. So if I have to cut everything else out to keep doing those, I'll keep doing those. So, but here pretty soon, I'm going to branch out, and you're going to start to hear some Grandpa playlist episodes on um see, now he's playing funny now. Maybe someday I'll find out. I don't want to watch you have sex. Hell no. So, but hopefully what the fuck what I was talking about? What was I talking about? Ah, he's gone again. Oh, he's gone again. We'll give him one more chance to come. There he is. Are you are you back?
I should
What
be.
was I
I should be
what was I
back
talking
now.
what was I talking about before Murray got all perverted on me?
Um, that soon
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah.
be branching out and you'll start
And
hearing.
you'll start hearing, you can also, not only will you be able to hear Grandpa's, not only are you going to see, now this guy knows who Arcade is. See, well, we know why you went and saw Arcade. You had a crush on the lead singer, but or he had a crush on you. I think you'll have to let me. You'll have to clarify that. Somebody had a crush on somebody, so
Hmm.
he knows what I'm talking about. It's an inside thing. No, everybody's gonna be like, "What are y'all talking about?" Murray knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, um, uh, uh you're gonna start hearing some grandpa's playlists. They're gonna be available at Rabbit and Red at some point. So not only can you hear them on my website, but if there's Rabbit and Red listeners out there who are too lazy to go anywhere but Rabbit and Red, you're gonna be able to hear my stuff over on there. So I'm gonna branch out. A little bit of me here, a little bit of me there. I know I have to I don't want to I have to give you episodes that probably you probably don't want to air Vortex episodes because we talk
No, I can.
Vortex.
I'll air Vortex episodes. It's defunct, so I'll air it. Fuck it.
Okay, because I got a lot of episodes, but I want to start putting. We have to get a folder in the drive and everything so you can start airing them pretty
Oh
soon.
yeah, because I can just upload them and just let me know. Do you want them? Okay, so you have an option. Do you want them to air at a specific time or a specific day, or do you want me to just add them to the general playlist so they'll just come up in the? Because I have that on shuffle, so they'll just come up whenever, or I can play them at specific times whenever you you
I'll
know.
let you. I'll let you decide what you want. What you because what you want to do because you got other people on the radio too. So I don't know. I'll let you think. Take a couple days to think about it and decide
Cool.
what you want to do. I don't care either way. Whatever you think is best. Whatever you think's going to get it heard more. That's all it.
I might do like a thing where I have a playlist that has all of, or yeah, a playlist that has all of the sideshow episodes or playlist episodes in it, and then just have that play on like Tuesdays for the entire day.
Okay.
So Tuesdays would just be all Grandpa's playlist or something,
Because
or
I
like
do have
Tuesdays and Thursdays would be.
because I do have all. I keep all that stuff. I have like right now. I haven't named it, but I have it here. I have every music sideshow from the ones I started on GTN, and I have all the
Mhm.
original ones. I have all the original ones from when I was with you the first time doing it. So I have a whole year's worth of those that you can use, and then I don't know how many of the grandpa's playlists you have, but I have all of them. So
Yeah, I don't know how many because I moved over to that new service. I don't know how many I have at this point. I'll have to check on it, but I'd probably just grab them all from you anyway because it would just be easier to keep track of everything and make sure that I have them at that point.
if you want to put in the Rabbit and Red TV folder a folder, just name it Grandpa's audio shows. I can just put them in there,
Okay.
and then you can
Yeah, I'll
just
do that.
program how you want. If you want to put them on a certain day, or if you want to put them on rotation, or if you want to do both. Just as long as you don't put it on, to compete with me. Don't put an episode on the same night as Grandpa's playlist. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. Definitely not.
And then after it airs live, I'll put it on demand on my site, and I'll also give it to you to put on your, to just give more
Okay.
option, So that's But
Yeah, no,
all right,
that's
yeah. So I guess since you promoted your stuff and you can't stay on camera, we're gonna.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with this with
Yeah,
my internet. It keeps like dropping. It hasn't done that for a while.
yeah, it's weird.
Weird.
Is your brother out there messing with the fucking cord outside,
Mm. Who knows?
sabotaging your ass? Probably
Who
trying to sabotage
knows?
your ass.
At this point, you never know. You don't know.
No. All
You
right.
just don't know.
Well, I'm gonna lower us and throw the little banner thing up, and then we'll be back. So he would say goodbye, but you can't see him.
Yes.
You can hear him. So say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
There you go. He's out of here. I'm out of here, and we'll see you next time.